Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Kristen, this is my booktube. Today is Sunday, January 28th. I just got back from a family trip to Galveston, and I need to get my life in order. So today's video is going to be a Sunday reset kind of video, because that's what I need to do. I need to get my life back in order before I go back to work tomorrow. So I decided, let's just do it together. So I have a list of things that I need to do. I need to, plan out my work week. I need to try to do some meal prepping because I ate absolutely terribly when I was in Galveston, which is why I have a couple zits on my chin, because I don't think I ate nary a vegetable while I was there. So we need to rectify that situation and make sure that I have enough decently healthy food for the week. I'm not going super extreme or anything. I need to eat some more meals that contain more lean protein and colors that aren't of the beige variety. And then I also have a few other bits and pieces that I want to get done today. Like I have a little shoe cabinet here that I want to put together and put in my entryway, and just some other odds and ends like that, making sure my planner's in order. I would like to do some reading today because I have a book club meeting this week on Wednesday and I am only about 20 pages into the book. So we have a bit of a list of things to do today, and I figured I may as well bring you guys along since I can't really think about anything else other than the sad fact that I have to go back to reality tomorrow. I have already gone to a grocery store this morning. I went to Trader Joe's because I woke up super early. I was going to go to Costco too to get some things like salmon and chicken and, meats like that you can buy in bulk and then freeze for later. But by the time I got done at Trader Joe's, it was only 9 a.m. and Costco doesn't open until 10. So I figured I would take a break, maybe put this little shoe rack thing together, and then venture out to Costco and maybe a Kroger later in the day, so that I can take some stock of what I still have, what's good, what I've thrown out before my vacation, so that I know exactly what I need to get through the week. Also, since I was on vacation, I completely dismantled my Brita so that it wouldn't grow any mold or anything nasty while I was gone. So I need to put another filter in that. Just things like that is what I need to get done today. So yeah, I figured I'd just bring you guys along and we can just do a Sunday reset kind of vlog because that's all I'm really capable of doing right now. But there will be some reading in this vlog. I was gonna say hopefully, but there needs to be some reading done today or else I'm not gonna finish the book in time for my book club. So we will do some reading today as well. And the book club pick for my work book club meeting that was on Wednesday is Sorry I'm Late, I Didn't Want to Come. And I'll put the cover up right here. It's in my car right now downstairs, so I haven't brought it in yet. But this is the book that we are reading for our book club, and it is a nonfiction book, so it's a bit of a slower read for me, but I am still enjoying it. I'm annotating it, marking bits that I can identify with, quotes that I like, things like that. That is the book that I'm working on reading right now. If you follow me on Goodreads or StoryGraph, you'll notice that I haven't finished any books this month, and that's not because I haven't been reading. I'm in the middle of reading 4 books currently, and only one of those is an audiobook. So just because I haven't finished any books does not mean that I haven't been reading. I've just been reading 4 books simultaneously, like a crazy person. So yeah, those are all the things that we want to get accomplished today / this week. So I guess I should just stop talking and we should just get into it. So while I have the most energy, I'm going to put on a documentary and we're going to put together this little shoe shelf thing because I feel like that's going to take the most energy out of me, and I'd rather get that done first than push it off till later and then it's all of a sudden nighttime and I don't want to do it at all. So we're going to go ahead and tackle that first, and then everything else will hopefully be fairly smooth sailing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. it is a lot later in the day. It is about 10 o'clock and I am heading to bed. I didn't check back in after this morning, but I did get some stuff done. Not everything that I wanted to, but I got quite a bit done. As you would have seen earlier, I put together that little shoe storage thing for the entryway of my apartment. I haven't put anything inside of it, but I did put it together, mounted to the wall, all of that stuff. I also did some grocery shopping today. So I got some vegetables, some good protein, things like that, because I am going to start going back to the gym again starting tomorrow. So I need that protein so that I can have the energy and all of that fun stuff to get through my workouts. So yeah. Then I also did some meal prepping, kind of. I made myself dinner and I just made like 4 portions. I ended up making a honey garlic salmon shrimp bowl thing with carrots and broccoli and some rice. And I just made 4 portions so that I can eat it throughout the week. And that is what I'm going to be taking for lunch tomorrow. And then I also have some yogurt and apples, oatmeal, stuff to choose from for breakfast in the morning. And yeah, I guess that brings us here. So the plan for the rest of the evening is I'm going to continue reading this book until I inevitably fall asleep. And then I am going to set my alarm early so that I can wake up, get my day started a bit on the early side, and finish up some of the weekly planning stuff that I didn't get to today. Organizing my week is something that I tend to do on Mondays anyway, so I wasn't completely heartbroken about not getting to that today. So we will just do that tomorrow morning, and this Sunday reset will just stretch a little bit into Monday. So yeah. That's the plan for tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to stop talking and get to doing some reading because we have a meeting for this book on Wednesday and I'm not that far in. So we need to make some progress here. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, friends. Good morning. It is the next morning. It is Monday, January 29th, and it is about 7:30 in the morning. I woke up slightly later than I wanted to, but I have already taken a shower, washed my hair, as you can see. I've made my morning coffee, as you also would have seen. This is just a very basic thrown together latte style drink. As you can probably tell from the clip before this, I'm not a barista. I just make whatever coffee tastes good to me. And today it was some Trader Joe's cold brew with some milk and a little bit of the zero sugar Italian sweet creamer. So that is what I'm sipping on this morning. And first goal for the day is to organize my planner. I don't know if I've shown you guys anything inside of my Golden Coil planner. If you don't know, Golden Coil is a planner company where you can customize the pages in your planner. This is not sponsored. I heard about this brand from one of my friends, and as a planner girly, I wanted to try it out because I am so picky with my planners that it takes me forever to find one that I actually like, to the point where when I lived in London, I went hunting all across London just to find a planner that I liked and was unsuccessful. So the idea of having a planner that I can completely customize and put whatever kind of pages I want to in here within reason has been very exciting. And I feel like that does age me a little bit because I am a 29-year-old woman fawning over a planner, but I do love this planner so much. But while I was on vacation, I did not write anything in my planner. I didn't track anything that we did. I have a mood tracker, habit tracker, all of that stuff in this planner, and I have not been keeping up with it. Even though I did take it with me on vacation, I just never even cracked it open once. So that's what we're going to be doing before work this morning, is just getting my planner back in order. And then once I get to the office, I will write down all of my meetings and to-dos throughout the week. But yeah, so that is goal number 1. I don't have to be in the office until around 9 a.m. So once I am finished doing that, I'm going to pick up this book again and do some more reading, just because I really didn't make that much of a dent in it last night because I was sleepy, so I was falling asleep while reading. And I'm only about 20 pages in, so for the next few days, this book will be traveling with me everywhere I go, so that I will hopefully finish it by Wednesday afternoon, which also means it's the perfect time to break out my book sleeve. I believe that I showed you guys this book sleeve when I did my bookshelves, but in case I didn't, here is another little view of my book sleeve. It is a Halloween themed book sleeve that I got at a farmer's market in Denton. It has dog hair on it because everything does in my life. But yeah, so just take my book, slip it into the sleeve, clamp it closed. This book is almost too tall for this book sleeve. And there we go. So now I can put it in my work backpack, in my purse even, and I won't get like pen marks or whatever. And it won't mess up the pages, the cover won't get bent or torn or anything like that. So that's definitely going to become useful over the next few days. So yeah, that is the plan for the next hour and a half or so. I think I'm gonna put on some kind of lo-fi ambient music in the background while I do some catching up on my planner and some reading. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it and get this Monday started off on a good foot. Alrighty friends, it is about 8:40 now and I need to pack up my bags and actually go to work. So I am now done organizing my planner and reading this book for the morning. I am on page 35 of 235, so I have 200 pages left, but as you can see, I do have like some tabs, and I am doing a little bit of annotation in here, nothing serious, just bits that resonate with me. The different colors mean different things. So yeah, no serious annotating going on. It has been a fairly entertaining read, I will say so far, even for a nonfiction self-help book, which is not usually the kind of book I go for. In my planner organizing, I did realize that my book club meeting for this book is on Tuesday afternoon and not Wednesday like I thought. So I have like 24 hours to finish this book or read as much of it as possible before tomorrow afternoon. So we will definitely be picking this back up again tonight. and reading as much of it as we can before tomorrow. But that is a problem for later, Kristen. Right now, I need to get to work. So let's go ahead and pack up my bags and get going. It shouldn't take me too long. I do already have my lunch packed in the fridge. All of my work stuff is right here. I just got to slip it in my bag. And then I do have all of my gym clothes on my bed. I just have to throw them in my gym bag so that I can hopefully make it to the gym after work today. So yeah, that is the plan for the rest of the day. Let's see if it actually goes according to plan, I guess. Let's go ahead and get going. Alrighty guys, it is way later in the day now. It is, what time is it? It is 6:30. I just got home from the gym and I didn't film any of my workout because this is not a fitness channel. I am very out of shape. I haven't lifted weights in a very long time. And you don't need to see me struggling, making my weightlifting faces, getting all red in the face and sweaty. You didn't need to see all that. So the little mirror selfie that I included before this is gonna be the only bit of me in the gym that you're gonna see. So sorry to disappoint, but like I said, not a fitness channel. And now that I am home for the night, I need to figure out what I want to eat for dinner, preferably something fairly high in protein. I may even have a protein shake. Haven't figured it out yet. I also need to drink my post-workout BCAA drink. I don't know if it actually helps my muscles be less sore, but even if it is a placebo effect and it's all in my head, I feel like it helps. So that's why I drink it. It also tastes good. It tastes like a little lemonade. Then the rest of the night is going to be spent reading my book club book. As I mentioned earlier, my book club meeting is a day earlier than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be Wednesday afternoon. Turns out it's tomorrow. And I still have like 200 pages left of that book to read. I didn't record anything while I was at work, but I did get a bit more of my week planned out, put in the work-related things in my planner, figured out my workout days, all of that kind of stuff. So that is what I finished while I was at work. And then obviously like I did my actual job. All in all, pretty productive day. I'm pretty happy with how today went. Would have liked to do some more stuff, but alas, that's how I always feel. At my work, they did make us take one of those strength finder tests. And one of my strengths is achiever. It is in my top 5. And that just means that I have a tendency to overbook myself and be really hard on myself when I'm not as productive as I want to be. Even if the goals that I set are completely unrealistic, I still get down in the dumps about it. So I'm trying to be better about that. So even though I didn't get to every single thing that I wanted to do before going to work this morning, I am very happy with what I have gotten done. I'm feeling very motivated. This could also be the workout endorphins talking. And we will just end off this little productivity vlog with some reading, and let's see how far I can get in this book club book tonight. I am planning on waking up early again tomorrow morning. I did really enjoy having that extra time before I had to take off and go to work. I felt a lot less rushed. So I think I'm gonna try to do that again tomorrow morning. Most people in my department don't show up until after 9 anyway, and I'm just naturally more of an early riser, so I'm usually the first one in my office. So I think that I'm gonna try something different and push back the time that I get to the office to around 9:30 instead of 8:30, and take that extra hour in the morning to do more things like reading or cleaning or just whatever chore type thing I can't get to after work or I don't have the energy to do after work. I'm just gonna try to push that till the morning. I feel like having that extra time in the morning when I am more productive, more energized, because I am more of a morning person than a night person, will just help me feel better about staying on top of all of the things that I have going on in my life. So I think that's what I'm gonna try out in this new year to try to keep myself more on task. I do still have some things that I need to catch up on. I am not completely 100% reset and ready for this week, but I do feel better than I did the day that I got back from my vacation on Saturday. So progress is being made, and you know, some progress is better than no progress at all. So yeah, that is pretty much how my day went. And for pretty much the rest of the evening, I'm just gonna be reading as much of this book as I can tonight before I go to my book club meeting tomorrow. So we'll see how far I can get tonight. I may do a little more reading in the morning or take a lunch, do some more reading, but I'm not really that stressed about finishing this book before my book club meeting, just because this is a nonfiction, more of a self-help kind of book. So there's not really a plot to spoil. So if I don't completely finish this book before going to my book club meeting, it's not the end of the world. But I do want to read more than just the first 35 pages. So yeah, that is my plan for the rest of the night. And let's just go ahead and get into it because time is a-wasting. Here. And I realized while editing that I did not do an outro for this video. And I believe that the reason for that is that after the last clip that you saw, I had a terrible evening. I could not sleep for the life of me. That's something that happens to me periodically. I'll be tired, I'll be in bed, wanting to sleep, and then I just can't. So that night, I ended up not falling asleep until 5 a.m. And I only fell asleep when I went out on my couch and started watching TV. That's what finally got me to fall asleep at 5 a.m. And I slept for a grand total of like 3 hours before going to work. So I was not in a good mood on Tuesday, and hence why I didn't record anything else. Then the rest of the week was very, very hectic with work. I had a lot of deadlines that I had to meet, so I was just fully focused on work and not even really thinking about finishing off this video. In all honesty, I thought that I had completely filmed everything that I needed to, but I did not. So here we are. So yeah, I just wanted to pop back on here, tell you what happened, and then give you one final update of what I was able to finish and how the book club went, all of that stuff before we wrap up this video. So I ended up reading to page 126 in the book. So over halfway. That's how much I finished, if you need a visual. And I do plan on finishing the rest of the book. I did enjoy the parts that I did get to read, and there are some other parts later in the book that some of the people in the book club were talking about that I do want to get to and read myself. But like I said, this book being a nonfiction book about being an introvert really means that it doesn't have much of a plot to spoil. So I ended up going to the book club and talking about it anyway with some of my friends and colleagues that are in the book club, and it was a really good discussion. We had a mix of some introverts and some extroverts, and I was interested to find out what the extroverts thought reading this book and also what the other introverts thought. Just because this book, I feel like, resonated a bit more with me personally, just because the author and I have similar experiences in that we are both Texans that have lived in London. So there are parts in this book that probably resonated with me a bit more than they did with other people in the group. And when we talked about the ratings that we would give this book, I said that I was sitting at a 4 with what I have read so far, and everyone else gave it like a 3, 3.5. And I do think that the 4 for me is solely because of the parts in here that specifically resonated with me and my personal experiences, especially around making friends in London. It is so funny to me when she talks about her journey of trying to make friends in London as an adult and how difficult it is, because girl, don't I know. I only had about like 3 friends in London for the first like 8 months that I lived there. I didn't really make friends with many people until months and months into being in London. And then by that point, I was pretty much close to being done with my master's degree. And so it was just an interesting experience being in a big city like that and having very few friends and not really being able to make friends. Like, there are things in this book that she talks about doing that I also did. Things like trying Bumble BFF and having no luck. I did that too. Trying to go out to networking events and meet people. I went to networking events for my cohort, and then I thought I had kindled a little bit of a relationship with a girl only to show up to school the next day and then her pretend that I didn't exist. So I know very well how difficult it is to make friends in London, and I feel like I even had it slightly easier because I was a student. So I had like a cohort of people that could be potential friends, and I still struggled. There's also a part in here where she talks about trying to be friends with someone who lives in South London when she lives in North London, and how that typically doesn't work out in London. And again, don't I know, because I lived in South London, and I'm not kidding when I say absolutely no one wanted to come visit me in South London. Anytime I wanted to hang out with anyone, I had to travel to Central London to meet them, which, like, not a huge deal, but it does hinder making friends because the friends that I did make were not geographically close to me, so I had to put in so much more effort just to get to Central London to see my friends, which, like, I'm not complaining about that at all. I did it. I don't regret it. Like, it's not like it cost me a bunch of money. You know, I already had my rail card with my year-long pass on it, so it didn't cost me any extra money. It just cost me time because it would take me 45 minutes to get into Central London each way on a good day. So it's not impossible, but it is difficult. So all of those things really resonated with me in this book, and I'm excited to see what else I resonate with in the second half of this book, but that's gonna be for another day. I actually have like 4 physical books that I am close to finishing right now, so we may be doing another reading vlog soon of just me finishing physical books, because though I started 4 books in January, maybe even 5, I can't remember how many audiobooks I'm listening to, but though I started multiple books in January, I have not finished a single one, and it is February. So I really need to finish some of these physical books, but that will be a video for another day. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this little Sunday reset, even though I didn't get completely reset for the week, and I'm still working on putting some stuff away and getting my life a bit more back in order. I am happy that I was able to get my planner in order and at least get myself a clear view for the week so I wasn't so frazzled and so overwhelmed, especially because I did have a lot of important deadlines that I had to meet at work this week. So even though it may not seem like I did that much to get myself organized in my personal life, believe me when I say what I did get done helped me immensely with work this week. I would have been so much more stressed out. I probably would have not been able to get an upload if I did not sit down and intentionally try to organize my week on Sunday/Monday. So even though it may not seem like I did all that much, for me, doing all of that planning early in the week really just helps my anxiety and my stress levels when I know what is going on throughout the week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this little Sunday reset journey. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was entertaining for you. If you did like it, go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe while you're down there. I put out new videos every single week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!